How to stay calm when life falls. Apart vertical bar Stoic lessons for inner peace. Narrator, what do you do when everything you've built suddenly collapses? When life turns upside down, when the people you trusted leave, when your dreams crumble, and when the weight of pain becomes too heavy to carry. Do you panic? Do you break down? Or do you stay calm like a mountain, silent and unshaken in the storm? Today, we'll explore how to stay calm when life falls apart through a powerful story inspired by ancient Stoic wisdom and modern psychology. Because sometimes, peace isn't found when life is easy. It's found when everything goes wrong. Narrator, this is the story of Arman, a young man who thought he had everything: a stable job, loving partner, and a comfortable life. But one day, everything changed. Arman, hello? What? Wait, are you serious? The company he worked for shut down overnight. His savings vanished in unpaid salaries. And within a month, his girlfriend left him too. He sat alone in his apartment, empty walls, unpaid bills, and a heart full of anger. Arman yelling, "Why me? What did I do wrong?" Pause. Narrator, this is the moment life tests you. When everything falls apart, not to destroy you, but to reveal who you really are. Lesson 1. From Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Is greater than you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Narrator, Arman couldn't control the company's closure or the people who left him, but he could control how he responded. He decided, instead of reacting, he would reflect. He picked up a notebook and wrote, "Is greater than, I've lost things I can't control, but I still control my choices." That single thought became his turning point. Part 2. The Struggle. 8 minutes. Rain sound Arman walking under umbrella. Narrator, days turned into weeks. Arman searched for jobs, faced rejections, struggled to pay rent. But he kept reminding himself pain is not the enemy, panic is. One evening, he met his old friend Sammy. "Sammy, man, you look tired. How are you holding up?" Arman smiling faintly. "Trying to stay calm. Losing my mind won't solve anything." Sammy laughed. "Still pretending to be strong, huh, Arman?" "Not pretending. Just learning what strength really means." He went home that night, opened a book of Stoic philosophy, and read, "Is greater than, we suffer more in imagination than in reality." Seneca. Arman realized most of his pain came not from the loss itself, but from the stories he was telling himself. Narrator, when life breaks down, our mind creates chaos. We imagine the worst, replay our failures, and drown in what-ifs. But Stoicism teaches us the event itself is neutral. It's our judgment that makes it painful. So Arman began practicing a technique called negative visualization. Each morning he imagined losing everything again, and each time he trained his mind to stay calm. It didn't make his problems vanish, but it made him stronger than his fear. The rebuild. Narrator, months passed. Arman finally found a small job at a bookstore. It wasn't glamorous, but it gave him peace. He learned to enjoy silence. He woke early, exercised, read Stoic writings, and practiced gratitude. One afternoon, an old coworker visited the store. Coworker, "Arman, you? Here? I thought you'd be shattered after what happened." Arman, smiling calmly, "I was shattered, but now I understand falling apart isn't the end, it's the beginning." The coworker looked confused. Arman continued, "When life falls apart, it's just life showing us where we've built on weak foundations." That day, he went home, made tea, and wrote in his notebook again, "Is greater than, Peace begins when expectation ends. The rebuild. Narrator. Months passed. Arman finally found a small job at a bookstore. It wasn't glamorous, but it gave him peace. He learned to enjoy silence. He woke early, exercised, read Stoic writings, and practiced gratitude. One afternoon, an old coworker visited the store. Coworker. Arman, you? Here? I thought you'd be shattered after what happened. Arman, smiling calmly. I was shattered, but now I understand falling apart isn't the end, it's the beginning. The coworker looked confused. Arman continued. When life falls apart, it's just life showing us where we've built on weak foundations. That day, he went home, made tea, and wrote in his notebook again. Is greater than, peace begins when expectation ends. Leçon 3, Epictetus said, is greater than, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Narrator. Arman stopped chasing the illusion of control. He focused instead on response. Calm, steady, rational. He accepted reality, stopped blaming others, and began shaping a new life not built on comfort, but on clarity. Part 4. The Transformation. Narrator. A year later, Arman was a different man. Still not rich, still not in a perfect relationship, but peaceful, deeply peaceful. He started a small online group teaching people how to stay calm in chaos. He shared his story not of success, but of self-control. And one night, as he looked at his old notebook, he smiled and whispered, Arman, softly, nothing outside me can shake what's inside me. Narrator. That's the essence of Stoicism. Not to escape life, but to face it with grace. To be unshaken when everything else breaks apart. Narrator. Life will always fall apart. Sometimes slowly, sometimes all at once. But remember, calm is not weakness. It's strength under control. When you can stay calm in chaos, you don't just survive, you transcend. Is greater than. The world is not your enemy. Your reaction to it can be. Breathe. Let go. Respond, don't react. And you'll discover peace was never lost. You just had to look within. Call to action. 30 seconds. Soft, professional tone. Narrator. If this story inspired you, take a moment to reflect on your own challenges. What's one thing you can't control, but can accept with peace? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your journey might inspire someone else. And if you see calm, wisdom, and strength every day, subscribe to Daily Stoic Wisdom for more timeless lessons to guide your inner peace.